The world blurs in the morning haze as ELARA, a young woman with tired eyes and a warm coat, walks through the crowded city streets. She keeps her head down, avoiding the glaring neon signs, the impatient honking, and, most importantly, the footprints. She has learned not to look. Everywhere, people leave footprints behind them, glowing imprints of time that mark their steps with a number. A countdown. The number tells her how much longer they have to live. The first time she saw it, she was only 7. Her father's footprints flickered with the number 0000. She didn't understand at first. But that evening, he never came home. Since then, she has tried to ignore it. Tried to unsee what no one else can see. But today, something is different. As she waits for the train, a businessman rushes past her. She catches a glimpse of his footprints, 0002. 2 minutes left. Her pulse quickens. She tries to resist, to move away, but she's drawn to it, helpless. She follows him as he walks toward the platform's edge, unaware of his fate. A child tugs on his father's hand. A woman hums to herself, scrolling through her phone. The world moves as if nothing is about to happen. But then, the clock reaches 0. The train arrives. A sudden push. A scream. And then, silence. ELARA swallows hard, forcing herself to breathe. It's always the same. She sees, but she cannot change. Until one night. She's at a cafe, sitting alone in the dim light, stirring a spoon through her untouched tea. Then, he walks in. A man in his late 20s, Ki. He moves with an air of quiet confidence, his gaze sharp but warm. And for the first time in years, ELARA makes a mistake. She looks at his footprints. And what she sees steals the breath from her lungs. There's no number. No countdown. No end. No death. Just nothing. She stares. Rubs her eyes. Checks again. Still, nothing. Panic grips her. She has seen everything from days to seconds, from newborns with decades ahead to the dying with mere moments left. But never this. Kai notices her staring. Their eyes meet. He tilts his head, amused. Something wrong. ELARA swallows. Your footprints, there. But before she can finish, the cafe door bursts open. A man in a dark coat enters. He sees her. ELARA's blood runs cold. Because she recognizes him. He's been following her for days. Watching. Waiting. And now, he's here. Kai notices the shift in her expression. His eyes flick to the stranger, then back to her. You should leave, he says softly. ELARA's heartbeat pounds in her ears. He touches her hand, just for a moment. A strange warmth rushes through her. Now. Something about his voice leaves no room for argument. She stands. Leaves the cafe. The stranger watches her go. That night, ELARA doesn't sleep. The next day, she sees Kai again. This time, she confronts him. Who are you? She demands. Why don't you have a countdown? Kai hesitates, then gives her a slow, knowing smile. What if I told you, he says, that you're not supposed to see them? Her breath catches. He leans closer. What if I told you that someone made you see them? She freezes. That's impossible. Isn't it? Kai watches her reaction. There are others like you, ELARA. People with abilities they were never meant to have. And there are people looking for them. People like him, she whispers, thinking of the man in the dark coat. Kai nods. They want you. And if you don't run now, they'll get you. ELARA grips the table edge. Everything inside her screams that she should walk away. But for the first time in her life, she has a chance to understand. to finally know why she sees death. And why Kai doesn't. She takes a breath. Looks him in the eye. What do I do? Kai smiles. Follow me. And just like that, ELARA's life changes forever.